Morning, Hayley. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Morning, Jan. Glad to be here.
So, I want to talk about the Making Box. You guys are in the business of laughter, and the last few months have been a little challenging for people, but it's still okay to laugh, is it not?
Yes, I would say laughter is the thing that is getting me through this pandemic. Anytime I'm feeling stressed out, if I can find a way to sneak into joy and find my way into laughter, it's been much easier for me to navigate.
So, you routinely have comedy nights at the club, you roast people. How have you had to adapt what you do?
Well, first I'll clarify one thing. We're never roasting anybody at the Making Box. We're always celebrating people. There's
True.
such a common misconception with our Royal City Hero show that people are going to get roasted, but it's a huge celebration.
True enough.
So we have completely adapted everything online. So the Making Box, we're Southern Ontario's hub for live comedy and improv education. And we wanted that to stay the same and just transform onto a platform that everybody is using right now. So we can encourage people to flatten the curve, stay at home, stay safe, and still have access to laughter and a community that is joy focused and connection focused. So all of our shows are online now, and all of our classes have switched to an online platform, and it's been really a very interesting journey to take, one that I wasn't confident was going to work in the beginning. I was convinced that people would be sick of their computers, that screen fatigue is real. But what I'm noticing is having a platform that's connection focused, even if it's on our computers, is working right now. And we're getting people, like, it's a way to gather groups of strangers, groups of friends to come together and practice laughing and joy and connection in a way that we can all still stay safe.
And so, generally speaking, who would come and sign up for your on or any of your classes, even before online? And have you seen a shift in personalities given the pandemic and the switch to online?
This is a great question because there's a huge misconception about who shows up to an improv class. A lot of people think it's extroverts, actors, performer centric focused, and that's just not the case. I'm finding people from all walks of life jumping into our improv classes, whether they are elementary school teachers, nurses, we've got engineers, we've got parents, I had a class where I had a 13-year-old boy and a 67-year-old woman in the same group, and they were doing scenes together. So improv is accessible for absolutely everybody. If you are existing as a human being, this is a place where you can come and try it out. So I haven't noticed a huge shift in who's jumping in a new way because it's always been so open to everyone. But what I have noticed is if anyone has tried improv before, whether it's with us or with other theaters or other communities, they're more likely to try it online. There is a little bit of fear around jumping into improv for your first time in general. So now having this extra layer of trying it on an online platform, I'm getting the impression that that's a little bit scarier. But the biggest thing I've learned is that it's super fun online, because I was really hesitant too. I was really, really nervous to teach my first class. I thought it wouldn't be fun and that all the joy would go away, but it's still there for me. And so if you're nervous or hesitant, the nice thing is about online, if you don't like it, you can just close your computer and you're gone. Like, it's much easier for you to take care of yourself and for me to take care of you, just with this extra level of accessibility, which is nice.
And do you suppose there's a sense of comfort and safety when people are perhaps a little more willing to let loose in the comfort of their own home?
I I think so. I At first I had the opposite experience. I was like, oh no, like people are coming into my house. Oh gosh, I was so worried about that level of vulnerability. And then when I went to my first class, I got a little sneak peek into people's lives. And it was really intimate, and it was way less scary because I had things that make me feel good around me already, and then I could see other people in spaces that felt good for them, or hopefully felt good for them, and then joining us in one group. It was nice. It's a neat new thing that's coming in. One of my favorite things at the beginning of class is I get my students to show me an item in their house. So I'm learning cool little snippets of people's lives and what they like to collect, what they like to have, items of comfort that are nearby. It's been really amazing to jump into people's lives in this micro way.
So you have two physical locations. And I assume as things move forward and restrictions starting to ease up a little bit, that classes perhaps in the future will resume.
Mhm.
in those locations. Do you see the opportunity to continue with online classes as well?
Absolutely. Yes. So the big thing for us is we've learned that online classes work and that they're accessible. We're having people come from outside of the Tri-City area. We have a student from the Netherlands in a class with us. We have someone from Connecticut in a class with us. Um, and so that's really exciting. So we want to keep online improv, especially for folks that can't join us because of accessibility needs. Everyone can jump into a class like this, at least so far. This is what we've experienced, but I'm very excited to open our doors in our Kitchener space. Hadn't been able to open it. We got our new space right before the quarantine, so we've been renovating it and trying to get it up and running so that when we are able to safely open our doors and welcome small groups back in, that space in Kitchener is going to be ready to go. Our space in Guelph, I went and I visited last week and just kind of stood in the theater and looked around and got a little misty-eyed. But the energy that's there is happening online, and we're seeing a lot of advantages with applied improv, like individuals coming because they want to work on professional development. I'm working on programs with kids right now. So if you have a kid at home and you need a little bit of childcare, they can jump into a class with me on Thursday afternoons. You can come as a whole family. So I'm really seeing the benefit on how to bring this out to more people, how to make this accessible, especially with schools potentially having online fall semesters. Being able to bring something interesting and unique to groups and communities that are practicing their education online right now, I'm feeling really confident about how the Making Box can be involved in
So just before we go, tell me a little bit about the team. How are you doing? How are you
that. Oh,
surviving the pandemic?
we're all doing, I think we're doing as well as can be expected. Like, we're all healthy, we're safe. We have a Zoom chats and we try to shake it up with Google Meets. Oh boy, trying a different platform to get together every week. And uh, it's not, I miss everyone. Like, I definitely miss everybody. That the thing about the improv community that I'm missing the most is this energy that comes with getting everybody together in one room, and you can feel that. And it's hard to replicate online, but everyone is putting in as much effort as they can to feel connected, to check in. We're telling each other that we love each other way more. We always did that in person, but now it's just, we're making more of an effort to make sure that everybody knows that they're cared for, that they're loved, and that we're here to support them no matter what. That was always the case for us as a team at the Making Box, and I'm really feeling it right now. Like, little messages of, hey, do you want me to drop off? Are you out of tinfoil? I'm going to the store. I'll drop it off at your house. And seeing that happening. But outside of that, my main thing for survival is I've got 2 animals at home that need my love and attention so I can take care of them. And I have mastered my mom's pie recipe. So if anyone needs a pie crust recipe, I've got a really good one that I am excellent at now. Thank
There
you,
you go.
quarantine.
Hayley for the win. All right. If people want more information about the Making Box, all that you do, all that you offer, where can they find it?
They can visit us online at our website, www.themakingbox.ca. You're also welcome to reach out to me specifically if you have questions about classes, about shows, about anything that's going on online or eventually in person again, by emailing me at Hayley, Hayley@themakingbox.ca.
Thanks, Hayley. Stay safe and keep laughing.
Yeah, same to you, Jan, and I hope to see you again soon.